Hello everyone, welcome back to another brilliant chess puzzle. Today I'll show you one of the most famous endgame studies ever, and in this position you might think that white is losing since the black pawn is uncapturable, but it's actually not the case since white can actually draw with the great move king to g7. And the point of this move is to bring the king closer to the pawn of c6 and also to maintain some pressure on the h5 pawn. So first there are two main moves that we'll look at. First is pawn to h4 and the second is king to b6. First, let's see what happens if black plays king to b6. The only drawing move here is king to f6, which once again sort of protects this pawn in if black plays h4, but also puts pressure on the h5 pawn if black takes the pawn. If black takes white's pawn, white will just play king to g5, and this pawn will be lost. So let's see what happens if black plays pawn to h4. Well, here white can actually play another stunning move, king to e5. Not king to e6, since it's too far from the pawn to h5, and after black takes white's pawn, then white cannot actually stop that pawn. So king to e5 is the best move, where now if black takes white's pawn on c6, white can actually stop this pawn, and the position is a draw. But let's see what happens if both sides decide to promote. And here if black plays h3, white will bring the king up so that white will also promote. And after both sides promote, once again it's a draw. And unfortunately, black doesn't have any skewer or pin tactics here. Otherwise, he might win. But a queen versus queen position is a theoretical draw unless one side makes a really bad blunder. Now let's see what happens if black goes to h4. Well, now white can play once again king to f6, the only drawing move, and after h3, white must not immediately push the pawn since black can actually go to b7, and white's king is not in time to either stop to protect this pawn or to stop black's pawn. So white cannot do this. Instead, in this position, he must play e6 or e7, which gives this pawn a helping hand, and if black just push, white also pushes, and in the end both sides will have a queen, and this position is a draw unless white plays the idiotic move king to f5, which allows the queen to be skewered. But if both sides play relatively well, then the position will be a draw. This will be it for today. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a like as well as subscribe and turn on the notification bell. I'm pretty close to 500 subscribers and I'd appreciate it if you just subscribe. And once again, I'd like to say that there are some lines and variations which I didn't cover, so you can put this position onto the chess.com or Chess Analysis. But that will be it for today, and I'll see you all in my next video. Goodbye.